I'm Jackie.
And I'm Ashley. Welcome to the Witching Hour.
The Witching Hour is a little extension of Dumb Witch Club where we give you a witchy quickie.
What that is we take a big topic, break it down into bite-sized pieces, and we have a little sip of something to drink.
Yes, we do.
Yes, we do.
We're usually on theme, on point, but we're extremely on theme, on point today.
We very much are.
Because we have our cute little beach theme. And then we even did a beach theme card pull, which we're not doing here, but we did.
In a
different episode.
Mm-hmm.
And we have our beach themed rosé.
Yes.
Because it's called The Beach.
The Beach.
By Whispering Angel.
I love that.
Vin de Provence Rosé 2022.
It
has
rosé.
Lovely palm trees and a pink label.
It's very vibey.
It is. So I really appreciate that. Also, your necklace is amazing. It says mermaid.
It does.
So cute. And also, more disclosure, I literally had to scour my closet for any colors that would go with this color scheme.
Yes.
Because I was like, this is not my season.
No.
And I mean color season.
Color season.
We're dealing with, a winter color season.
Right.
Just the muteds, the lights, it just didn't work for
Mm-hmm.
me. But I do like this top, and I think it's
cute.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. No, it's cute.
I know,
like
but
it.
you're all
cutie. I'm
cute.
mermaidy, but this is also not my season, but that's fine.
No, but it's still, anyways.
It fits.
It does, and it's a nice shape and color. Okay,
Thank
all right.
you.
Let's try some wine. Cheers.
Cheers.
That's good.
Am I ever gonna not like a rosé?
No, I mean, rosés are pretty easy to like, and I think the reason why they're so popular, or at least maybe why we like them, is because you kind of get the best of a white wine with a little extra layer of interest, which is what you get, that redness mixed in, making it pink, you know?
Right. I have met a couple people that don't like rosé, and it's always surprising to me that they don't.
But why? Why don't they like it? Can they actually say why they don't?
I don't know if I've ever asked.
Because I think it also, rosé got so popular.
Maybe that's why.
And rosé all day and all that people were just like, I don't like rosé.
Yeah, they just want to be haters.
And it's not because they don't actually like rosé. They just don't want to like rosé.
Because how do you not... How? It's such an accessible kind of wine. I just don't understand how you would just definitely not like it. But I have met people who have said that.
Yeah. No, and maybe some people really don't, and that is totally fine. But
maybe they don't.
Anyways, this is very good. I would say it's very almost not much to comment on.
Yeah, really.
It just tastes like a really straight rosé.
Yeah.
It's
casual.
Not super dry, not super sweet. It's kind of in the middle.
It's casual. It's cutesy.
Casual, smells good, not overpowering.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, it's very good.
Mm-hmm.
We definitely take this to the beach.
Yeah, or the pool or whatever.
It doesn't really say much about it. So, anyway.
And it's a French rosé, so it's gonna be good.
It's good. I mean, it does have a little bit of that French kind of richness.
Yes,
that's
it does.
There, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But,
which I like.
Yeah, it's very good. So, we're talking about Mermaid Magic.
Oh, so cute.
Yay, so cute. So, obviously, that's our theme. And I like this concept, even though I would certainly not consider it one of my top descriptors as a witch myself.
No, I would agree with that.
Yes.
I would consider it a top descriptor as
For
a
yourself.
witch for myself. But it also makes me think of when I was thinking about it, it makes me think of when you're little and you're playing in the pool, everybody played mermaids.
Yes, and you would stick your legs together and hold them together like a tail, and then you would swim like that.
And you would have different powers, and everybody would be a different type of mermaid. So I feel like you would have been a mermaid, but you would have been like a darker, more sinister kind of mermaid. You would have had some of these sort of different sorcery powers, because we all imagined all the different things we had.
And what color your tail was.
What color your tail was
also very important.
Very key.
Yes. And so I never felt like you could actually say a black tail. So I always had to have a dark purple tail.
That's amazing. And obviously I would pick a rainbow glitter tail.
Yeah, amazing.
An iridescent rainbow glitter tail.
Yes. So no, mermaid magic is accessible to all types of witches with all aesthetics.
It is, and it's fun, and that's what I like about it.
It's fun, and it's seasonal, and it's just a different kind of vibe, even if it's not your permanent vibe.
Exactly.
So what is involved in mermaid magic?
I mean, anything can be involved in mermaid magic, but I would say, like, things related to the sea, things related to the ocean are kind of what you would associate with mermaids.
Yes, correct. I agree. Sea, ocean. I even kind of threw in, like, I don't know if mermaids technically live in, like, rivers or streams, but why not?
Yes,
right?
I
have
agree.
A freshwater mermaid.
Totally.
I don't know. So literally any water. I even think, you know, the tap water has been touched by mermaid as well.
Yes, I think all water is sacred and it's all from the same life source. So it is all just magical. It doesn't matter if it's salinated water or not.
Yes, and sort of branching out from that, I think anything that is associated with the water too. So we start to have things in nature like shells, even like sand.
Sand is
salt,
really cool.
Obviously. Salt water
Your
is the
favorite.
ocean, and our favorite just tool for any witchy purpose in general really lends itself into this.
Totally. And I think, you know, this is a little bit going towards an aesthetic, right? Which
it can.
It can. It doesn't have to be.
Yeah.
But it sort of starts to lend itself that way. And there's nothing wrong with that, just to reiterate, because I think sometimes in, like, the witchy community, sometimes you get a really strong opinion that, like, anything that's aesthetic is wrong or not authentic.
Yes, or it's just, like, superficial.
And in some ways we would agree, like, we've talked about this in the past, like, you don't have to identify as, like, are you a green witch? Are you a whatever? You don't have to do that. But if you're really drawn to sort of things associated with a water element, if maybe you're a water sign, you have a lot of water placements, I don't know, maybe you don't, and so that's why you want to pull it in.
Yes, because that is such a great point.
Then that's totally fine. And if it's more of an aesthetic thing, like, why not? I mean, I feel like I'm a little seasonal with the way that I am with it.
Yes.
But, like, I incorporate shells into a lot of what I do, and I use them really functionally. Like, I use them as, like, a scoop for salt or for sand or whatever I'm doing with a spell. I really like to do that.
Yeah, in a lot of, if not all or most all witchy shops or any of those kind of shops, they usually sell those kind of abalone shells, and they're kind of large, and you can use it to, like, put salt in and put on your altar, or, you know, for anything. They're even depending on what you're using fire with, they're really fire resistant because they're like a nature, you know, mineral kind of an element. So you can use them for lots of things.
Yeah, you can do, like, loose incense with them or whatever.
Yes,
and
exactly.
There's something that Jackie and I sometimes like to do, and I think we talked about this on our TikTok, but where, like, we set up sort of our witchcraft, our altar with the four corners, or, like, the four elements.
Yes.
And, like, shells, beach glass, sand, sea salt, all that kind of stuff is really good to represent that water element on your altar. I really love, like, pulling that in and using that.
Yeah, because it doesn't have to be literally water to represent water. It can be these other kind of beach or, like, ocean kind of related elements, right? Which I love. And sometimes those are easier or just more, like, creative and different, you know?
Totally.
So that's also reminded me in terms of, like, crystals. Beach glass is not a crystal, obviously, but it's so pretty and so cool. And sometimes if you're lucky enough to find some, but you can also buy a little bag of it at places and things like that too.
Totally.
But it's all those kind of, like, aqua, turquoise, green kind of colors. But anyways, back to the crystals. There's quite a few, and I feel like the blue ones are the ones that really jump out.
Yes.
Are you going to talk about your favorite?
Sure. I'm obsessed with aqua calcite.
It's just like at an AA meeting.
Literally.
A CA
Hi,
meeting.
I'm Dunwich Ashley. Hi, Dunwich Ashley.
Yeah.
And I'm addicted to aqua calcite. Can't stop buying it.
Yes, but it is beautiful. It has a beautiful, just, aqua kind of blue color. There's also aquamarine.
Yes.
There is, okay, so these are some interesting suggestions. There's other blue ones too, like, there's this one called Caribbean blue calcite.
I have that in my bathroom.
Yes, and it is, like, layered with, like, this blue calcite, but also, like, sand.
Yeah, like brown. It looks like a coastline.
Yes, and depending on the like striations of it and stuff, like it's just super pretty, and it's just pretty. Literally like the beachiest vibe, like all in one.
It's so pretty.
Yeah, so I love that. So, but here's a couple other suggestions I thought were a little interesting. One is pearls.
Oh yes.
Right? Pearls.
Love.
Hello. Abalone I already named.
Yeah.
But what about moonstone?
Oh, yeah, moonstone. Because it's that opalescent.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's kind of really, like, gives a lot of movement. And to me, it reminds me of, like, the sea foam.
Sea foam. Yes. Which is so gorgeous.
Yes. So there's plenty of others. But I feel like those are, like, the main ones that jumped out.
Yeah, I love all of those crystals. I love all of those colors. I love the vibe of those colors.
I know.
Yeah, that's so beautiful.
I had another idea too, like, you're talking about water signs, and maybe it's like your sign or energy that you need because your chart is like maybe lacking in water, or just at some time of your life, what you're going through, you really want to bring in that like flowing, watery, emotional, like deep, and also like, kind of energy. You can also use when the moon is in any water signs.
Yes.
Really good times to kind of channel the mermaid water magic vibe.
Absolutely. And you can put salt in that.
100%.
Yep, you can put salt in that, and that's really powerful and amazing.
Yes, because you make moon water during that moon phase, or the sign that the moon is in, whatever phase it's in too, can also add power to that.
That's true.
And then you have that water that's instilled even more with, that watery kind of lovely moon energy too.
And I mean, mermaid vibes, siren vibes, it's such a feminine power thing.
Yes.
Right?
Absolutely.
And so even just pulling in that, like, and look, like, if you actually believe that mermaids are an entity or something, that's totally cool. You could be doing spell work around kind of pulling in that energy. I think that's amazing. Or like gods and goddesses that represent the sea or have something to do with the sea. I think that's very cool. You could be doing sort of goddess work in that. But even if you don't necessarily, that's not your ideology or your belief, like, the symbolism of a siren or a mermaid is super empowering no matter what gender you are.
Yes.
And pulling that in, even just like visualizing it, or maybe like sounds that make you imagine that or something, I think is very cool.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And when you're saying sounds, it's also making me think, when you get like the shells that are large and you can listen. I know it's not literally, you can hear the ocean in it. Right. I know it's like the echo chamber of the thing in your ear. Like, I know that. But it's still so cool to get that, like, kind of reverberation. It does remind you of the ocean.
It does. And it kind of connects back to that, like, childhood thing, too, of, like, playing mermaids. Like, okay, maybe you understand the science now that that's not actually a thing, but magic isn't about that. Magic is about the fun and the belief and the joy and what it brings to you. So, like, who cares if that's not what is really going on? Yeah. If that's the energy you want to pull in, that sort of, like, mystical, like, side of things, like, I think that's very cool.
Yes, and this is also reminding me of something else that I didn't even write down, and it relates to our cute little whale mug. Like, ocean sounds or like whale calls and sounds can be like very soothing for people. So either if you play that like while you're doing a spell or something, or setting up your altar, or even just falling asleep, trying to channel that like peace and calm and that kind of energy. Just maybe another cool, unexpected way to bring this in.
Yes. Or maybe Blacktail Mermaid wants to channel an ocean storm.
Oh, true facts.
To bring all the power of that water, which is the most powerful thing on the planet, together to like exact some...
Yeah. To get something done.
Get something done.
Ooh, I like that too.
Maybe that's what Blacktail Mermaid wants to do.
Okay, fine. I'm going with black then. Gonna own it.
I love that for you.
Mermaid energy, mermaid magic is for everyone.
Love that.
Yay.
So cute. Cheers.